Previously on
Previously
Lost.
on Unranked.
Mine
Beginning of the
just told me I
game.
can open one.
Oh, perfect. I just opened one 5 minutes ago. I got a Kadabra. Um, but in the beginning, you can open like a ton of packs in the
Right,
beginning. Tons. Like I was opening a pack after pack after pack.
right.
So that was sick.
Did you
Uh
get the premium? Because you can get 2 weeks of
no,
premium for free.
I didn't do it yet.
Oh, I signed up for that.
The balloons.
The balloons just
It
came
was
out.
because I did. Was it
Was it
this?
this?
I don't
I
know.
don't. Okay.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to the Unranked podcast. This is Christian Humes here with episode 454. It's a numerical palindrome. We have Alex Tuna Marinella
Yup.
and the greatest of all Britons, Tom Caswell.
Yeah, we looked up if a palindrome of numbers is still called a palindrome, and it's just called
Palindromic numbers.
palindromic numbers, which is
Which
very
makes me think that it's just
is it a
palindromic
different
anything, because it could
word?
be
Right.
palindromic symbols,
Yeah.
palindromic.
If you were standing between a pair of identical twins, that's a
Your
palindrome.
They
What
would
if you had
probably beg
like
to differ.
an orange, an apple, and an orange?
Yeah,
Palindromic.
Oh.
palindromic fruit.
Well, the interesting thing there is like the fruit's a different shape. Would
Yeah,
it
but
then
it's still
count
it's
to-
still
you know
it's
what I mean?
still a orange.
Object, right?
Yeah, it goes at
Yeah.
orange, apple, orange. Yeah.
Yeah.
What if I have a Fuji and Granny
Mhm.
Smith? You know,
Yeah, but
Well,
it's
you need
still
another one. You need another Granny Smith. There, it's got to
Does
go
it have
backwards
to-
and forwards.
well, that's what I'm asking.
unless it's just. But then I don't think you have anything. You just have a bunch of apples.
Yeah, that's just two apples, Tom. What the fuck are you talking about?
So sorry,
Jesus
so
Christ.
stupid of me.
Yeah.
So stupid
Oh.
of me.
I didn't
I
know we
mean-
had a visitation from the judges from last week here this week.
I know, they're here.
Tom's referencing the judges.
Oh my
All right.
god, that was so funny.
It's 454th episode of the podcast, which means we're talking about the 454th Pokemon. Last week we had Krogunk. This week we have a type evolution, Toxicroak.
Toxicroak.
Or Alex, Toxicroak. Yeah,
Toxic.
I mean, that's-
It
You know what,
sounds
Alex?
better. It sounds better.
That's the closest you've come to pronouncing one of these correctly in a while. So
Toxicroak. It's good. I like it.
he drops the sort of silly face for a more menacing face with this Pokemon. He's also a bit more muscular. He's standing more upright. He's got a claw on his hands. The orange has been swapped out for more of a red. He's got a mustache. He's got like a red line mustache. I mean, he's definitely a more menacing Pokemon than his previous evolution. I still say Fighting Poison is a good typing conceptually. Yeah, it's a blue and teal bipedal Pokemon representing a poison dart frog, just like its previous. So it is just a bigger, beefier poison dart frog. It's not a
bigger and beefier.
He's got
another
one
animal.
Wolverine claw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
On
one,
each hand.
one big claw.
Just one big claw. It'd be cool though if it came if it came
Oh,
out
if it
the
could.
way. Yeah. Or maybe it's like regenerative, and it can
Oh,
shoot
boy.
like a dart out.
Well, they can inject and channel poison.
No, I'm saying just shoot it like a Nerf dart. Like, and he shoots the dart out. And it comes out. Like
That's how it does like
detaches.
poison sting.
It detaches from his body.
Yeah, I'm into that.
It would then
I'm
be
very
a
into
venom. It would be considered a venom at that point, though. Just so you're aware.
Is the difference between poison and venom
A
close
venom
combat
is
and
venom is inject like a snake is venom because it punctures and it injects it into your system. Poison is something you would digest. That's the difference.
interesting?
So
Because the
toxic-
claws would make it venom then, because it would cut you,
Well,
it would impale you.
But there is no venom type. There should be, but it's just poison.
All right. Tom, you write to Pokemon, let them know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alex.
I'll let him
Game
know.
freak. Yeah, so Toxicroak may be a combination of toxic and croc. like Croc the shoes.
Right.
Oh,
He
I thought
does
like
look,
Crocodile Dundee.
he
Yeah.
does look a little bit like a pair of Crocs.
Yeah.
Shape wise.
I mean, do we like this Pokemon? Do we like it?
I mean, I think it's a
Are we all about
scarier
it?
version of last week.
I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
an improvement over
Yeah.
last week, but
I
I'm
don't think
not.
it cracks the top 25. I don't think it's in the top quarter.
No, I think it goes. Last time it was in the bottom 30-ish. Now it's in the second 30. Now,
Mm.
this is a mid-tier Pokemon. It's a mid-tier
Yeah,
Pokemon.
last week was
Yeah.
top of the bottom, and this is the bottom of the middle.
Can we
Yeah.
also just say that its shiny version is god awful in
Oh,
terms
let
of a
me-
variation?
I feel like we felt like that
Let me
last
look. Let me
time.
look.
No, you don't like this color? I might even like
I don't
it
think
better
it's too
than.
much of a devi. I don't like the devi.
Oh,
I
it's
think
too
it's
much
not.
of a deviation.
No, it's not that much of a deviation.
Right.
It looks like the same goddamn thing.
I
I
mean,
don't know.
it is.
It's got like a
It's
silver.
yeah. It's a similar palette swap for sure. I think it's a bit more of a deviation than you're suggesting, Alex. There are a lot that are like really just the same thing.
Yeah, and that's a shame.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
I would say on the scale of color swaps, this is probably on the like at the 50% mark, better than worse is where I would put it, because there are color swaps that are way too close. This is at least farther away from the original colors. And then there are the ones that are hideous, where like, you have a good color combination, then it decides to be like brown and gold for some reason. Like they make it something really ugly.
Mm. hmm
I gotta say, this is one of those designs that, and maybe it's just the case for all the Pokemon, but like it looks so much better as like a 2D sprite in the older games versus like a 3D model.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is I mean I think that's a coin flip. There are a lot of Pokemon that look way better in 3D than in 2D or when they're animated. This one's pretty hideous in 3D. This one's pretty hideous in 3D. It says it has a poison sac at its throat. When it croaks, the stored poison is churned for greater potency. Thank you, Scarlet and Violet. Pokedex.
Scarvi.
Preach.
All right, let's put it on the list. Let's move on from this middling Pokemon. Where was Krogunk? Krogunk's 39. God, I don't think this is much better.
No. It's not much better.
No.
Let's take a peek.
I honestly, I might just put it above Skunksite.
I don't even know then.
Is it just better than Krogunk? It's not better than Lot Bunny. Let me look at Skuntank.
You know what I also don't like? When they aren't inventive enough to come up, like Croak is in both of the names. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hate it when you get those Pokemon that are like they couldn't think of. They're like, toxic. Oh, Croak. We'll just do it again. Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe it just goes right above it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Great.
Which is funny.
It did the absolute minimum expectation that it would. It is better than its previous evolution. I mean, look, 39 when we're now at 69 does put it at almost in the middle.
Yeah,
So like that is
fine.
But that bottom list, there's
what
some
doesn't
real,
that mean? Yeah,
there's some real trash
mean,
at the bottom of that list.
Doesn't that mean that this is mostly a bad generation? Like, where would you say what number is good? Good enough.
20.
Oh
20 and up.
no, I would go higher than that.
No, because Shinx isn't 20.
Yeah, Shinx is 26.
Okay, 30 and up.
Well, but do you actually believe that? I'm not talking like a mathematical amount. I'm talking like, where do you think the designs are good? What number? What Pokemon?
Honestly, it's around Toxicroak. From Toxicroak to 30, so from 39 to 30, it transitions from mediocre at best to good. And by the time you hit 30, you're at good.
Okay.
So it's a spectrum. It's a gradation.
It's a oh my god, we put this on we when we're done, we put them on the rainbows.
We're gonna put it on the Pokemon. That's a brilliant idea, Tom.
It's like design. I don't know how you do it, but yeah, good idea. All right.
There it is. let's
There it
move on.
is.
What's up, fellas?
What's been going on?
Well, hmm. The last time we spoke, I had already platinumed Astrobot,
Oh,
and we'll talk about that when it's Chris's turn.
I was gonna say I've since platinumed it. Tom, have
Yeah.
you completed it as well?
I have completed it. I have not planned it.
Okay,
But
well then,
Wait, you completed? Like you played the very last stage?
when you save, I
can he
only
play the
have,
very last stage?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
Here's the thing. I would like to have a spoiler open discussion of the game at this point.
Okay.
I unless
Did you
there
collect
is,
all the bots?
I have collected all of the bots. I am missing some of the hidden levels. That's all I have left. Some of the
Well, then
hidden
you can't have all the
exits.
bots, right?
Yeah, you can't have all the bots then.
Every bot, but what's on the hidden,
Got it.
like one or two hidden
So you don't have all the bots,
exits.
so you didn't do all the stages.
Oh
I mean,
my
we can talk
God.
about everything but the like secret, like final stuff,
Yeah,
Alex.
secret stuff.
I mean, this is classic Tom Caswell. Never completes a game.
Well, he's
Oh
got to play too many
my
games.
God.
Chris,
I
stop
played
defending
so
this guy.
much of this game. I like
Yeah,
literally
but
like
clearly not as much as Chris and me.
I mean, I guess not as much, and definitely not in the same time frames for sure. Because when we recorded last week, Chris hadn't touched it yet, so he
True.
pounded his way through it.
I mean,
Yeah.
it took me 17 hours to platinum.
Yeah,
It's
not
not.
very long.
It's a short game. It's a very easy game, so it doesn't take that long.
All right, let's dive into it. So it follows the classic Mario collect the stars format. I would say it really follows like a Nintendo 64 format.
Yeah,
Well,
it feels more like a Banjo-Kazooie game than a
it
Mario
feels,
game.
yeah, we'll go with that. Like, at least in this one, it doesn't kick you out every single time you find a bot, which would be incredibly annoying.
Correct. Although there is one
Although
thing
there
it
is
does
one,
that's
yeah.
incredibly annoying.
So, like, it basically consolidates everything into there's five galaxy systems and there's worlds within that galaxy system, and it's basically like Mario Galaxy, but
Yeah,
without the galaxy gravity stuff. And you got to collect bots, you got to collect puzzle pieces, and then you got to bring them back all to the hub world where there's cool, interesting things in the hub world too. Like Chris said, I agree. I think it is incredibly easy, but
yeah.
still a lot of fun.
There's some challenging aspects. There are
some.
Yeah, and
some of the challenge like mini levels, like the proto speedrun levels, took
the ones
me
that
more than a few
are
games.
like the X button, the triangle button is okay.
Yeah, those are definitely the
we're
most
gonna
challenging
can we
things.
just talk like primarily spoiler open here, like about this,
Go for
so
it.
that we don't have to talk around this game.
Okay.
It's like 2 months old.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I
Yeah,
just feel like it's not really a game to spoil. I mean, I guess
Right, that's my point.
some of those some of those moments. Yeah.
Here's my take on this game.
Hmm.
It's one of the absolute best 3D platformers I've ever played.
Mhm.
I would probably list it at 5th best of all time.
That's a hard 5 or a soft
That's a
5?
hard 5.
That's a hard 5.
It's a hard 5. Whereas 1 through 4, I don't have an order for.
Okay.
But 5 is where I would put this. It's not better than It Takes Two, and it's not better than Mario 64, and it's not better than Mario Galaxy, and it's not better than Mario Odyssey. Honestly, Mario Galaxy 2 actually should be on that list, so it's probably a hard 6. But we'll just group them together. We'll call Mario Galaxy the same.
So it's a soft.
You think this Odyssey is better than this game?
Yeah, Tom, the game is made
100%.
for children to play. This game is primarily very, very, very easy.
Odyssey wasn't difficult.
Odyssey has way more difficult challenges in it. Absolutely.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Look, Mario has a much more complex and deep platforming system. This game has just jump and hover. There's no wall jumping. There's no back jumping. There's no back flipping. There's no triple jumping. There's no slide jumping. All of the other games I listed have way more dynamic, complex platforming. And while you can get through them, especially Mario, where you have Mario Odyssey, like you have so many options to get, what was it? Was it stars in Mario Odyssey or suns? I can't remember what it was in Odyssey off the top of my head. Moons. Okay. Of course, I should have guessed. We had stars, we had suns, should have been moons. there are plenty in that game that are difficult. So Mario Odyssey has, like you go to a world and Mario Odyssey has 8 challenges essentially on it for each world. And each one of those has like varying degrees of difficulty. When you go into this, I would say 80% of the time I would finish the stage with all of the bots and pieces collected every time. I rarely died. So it's a game that is made for kids to be able to get through, which is fine. I don't think that's a problem with the game, but I do think that it doesn't elevate itself above anything other than maybe Sunshine, because Sunshine has some like really kind of like fucked up weird platforming stuff that's kind of broken and not fun and is too exploratory, I think. Whereas this is so refined and well made that I think even though like it doesn't present a lot of a challenge, it's that good, like beginning to end. Like I wouldn't, if I had to score this, and I don't like doing scores, that's why I have a rainbow. I would say it's like I wouldn't knock any points off of this game. Like it's exactly what it should be, right? Like if they made the perfect, like it's a perfect video game in many ways.
Yeah,
but it's a little easy.
Yeah, it is easy. I'm with you on this. There's a couple stages that are like the speed running
to clip
stages.
that out. Like if you put that on the fucking machine. I don't like to score things. That's why I have a rainbow.
That's why I have a rainbow, which I use all the time, as we know. I keep it up to date.
Love to see where this one will go. No, I agree. I do think, I mean, yeah, that when you explained, like, I guess, like, I just never think about Mario in that way of, like, because I don't think I've ever, like, gone for the hidden stuff or,
right, you don't really play the game. So...
Tom is here's the thing about Tom. Everyone can play games the way they want. Tom likes to go to a buffet, right? Tom wants to go to the buffet, and Tom wants to have a taste of everything. But he's not, he's not going to go in as like there are games where Tom will do that, where he will go whole hog.
Still hasn't beaten Elden Ring.
He hasn't beaten Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom's the real
that's
real
insane
tragedy.
That you haven't even beaten that. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree all that stuff about Astro, but it's still great.
It's amazing. It's an amazing. I have a question for you guys. I want to know what
I
you
will
think
say
about
this.
Oh, okay.
Go
please.
ahead,
No, please say it.
The hardest Astrobot level or run doesn't come close to the hardest Mario.
No, not at all. No,
right. So there's your problem.
No,
not problem, but there's your difficulty level thing. Whatever.
But I would say that the one thing that this does have over, I would say most Marios, is the moment to moment. I at no point felt like there was a lull in the gameplay, even if I like was using the set, like it, sometimes I'd get somewhere and it would be like, all right, we're going to bring back this mechanic. Like, we're not going to give you like a new mechanic. It was always fun when you discover like, now I'm a balloon. Now I'm tiny. Now I have the frog hands or whatever. Even when it's like asking me to, the dog, that like jet forward dog thing. The rocket. Like I still was like delighted. Whereas I think like with most Mario games, I don't feel like it's consistently hitting that kind of dopamine button, I guess. Although this game is very different. Like those games have a lot more meat on the bone, I'd say. So it is.
This is also pressing nostalgia buttons. This is doing like a lot of other little things that I think a lot of those things that you're talking about, Tom, only work on the first playthrough, and then after that, when you go back to those stages, they feel so like the one thing that I did leave, like finishing this game, was I was like, I don't know if I'll ever replay this game
again,
because none of those tricks will work. Yeah, no, I will play the speed challenge like that. I'm super into, but the rest of that stuff, like I go to those open stages and they feel so hollow and like simple and stale already after like one playthrough, and it's just because it lacks challenge. And that I say that as someone that really likes, and like honestly, like I would say platforming is one of the things that I'm best at when it comes in video games. So that's why I'm not like, I don't think this is a criticism of it, but I think it doesn't elevate itself above Mario, because it doesn't even come close to hitting like what Mario can do,
No,
But
that
it's
makes I would agree with you there.
but it's
I
still
would
amazing.
never ever pick it up once I'd done everything again, unless it was for the speed runs if we were doing something in that
Yeah.
vein. Yeah.
So I want to know what you guys think about this. I think, well, actually, first of all, the first thing you know what the first thing I did in this game was? I turned off the fucking motion controls. That was the first thing I did in this game.
Mm.
And let me tell you how smart that was, because moving that stupid ship around with the motion controls sucked. And when you can use the joystick, it is so much better. And it moves
Yeah.
like it moves twice as fast with the joystick as well. Like it doesn't
Mm.
even matter how much, because they're definitely smoothing out the motion controls so that it's not like difficult for people. So that actually makes it harder to move too. Like I tried because it felt so much faster. So I flipped it back to motion controls and I tried turning the controller fast and moving it. And you cannot move it nearly as fast with the motion controls, which sometimes there's things you need to pick up when you're in the ship and you might miss it. And then it's like fucking annoying. So yeah, turning off the motion controls. It's a good move, smart move. If you haven't played this game, you want to go do that. But here's my question to you guys. Do you feel like this game held itself back a little bit by tying itself so much to the whole PlayStation ecosystem?
Oh,
and I'm not talking about the bots. I'm talking about the consoles and ships and stuff.
I just think that like I think it was a great idea to do the bots and to have it, do this theme. But I think the next game we can ramp it up. We can get rid of this crap. We can get rid of a lot of the other, he doesn't have to find bots. He already did the gimmicky bot stuff.
I feel like it's hard to get away from the bots because they are almost like Pikmin. They should bring the bots in more. Let me use the bots I'm collecting.
Yeah. Yeah, like he tags
I feel
in.
like that has to be the mechanic, right? Like that's the easy choice there. It's interesting because I thought that the kind of like, as much as I enjoyed this and those levels where it puts you in literally the shoes of a character and it like basically builds levels from these games to experience, which is really cool. And like I knew that,
let's spoil one so we can use an example. Okay, there you go. You just said it. I was gonna say let's pick the one that's probably the least interesting, but you picked. I would say maybe one of the coolest.
It's still a pop off. Like I knew that those existed because I had seen like screenshots and stuff. So
I had no idea.
But even still, like it's such a delight when you realize like how much they've recreated it to the point where I'm like, I want more of that. I want more of those levels because I do think they don't necessarily bring a degree of challenge, but they do bring a degree of variety to the gameplay, which definitely would like more of. But in terms of, I thought that Astro's Playroom, the pack-in title, all of the stuff that it was doing with like tying itself as to like, this is a celebration of PlayStation.
Right.
I actually enjoyed what that game did more with that than this one.
Well,
but I do agree.
Yeah, that's how I felt. So that's why I wanted to ask, because I was like, part of me wonders if like, oh, they're so locked into what that game was when they came and made this one now that like, they're doing things that like they still had too much of a like, this is like a demo game mindset while they were building this, that they were doing things that feel like, I don't know, like this was such a good game, and their ability to design the worlds, like visually, these worlds were so unbelievable looking at times.
Yeah.
And like charming to be in. And this game had some of the best fucking music I've heard in a video game in a long time. Even Therese really liked what I was playing this because she said like several times, she was like, the music in this game is really good. But then it just feels like, oh, it's the PlayStation. And I'm like, oh, like I kind of wish Astrobot could be more than just the PlayStation game.
Yeah, I think it's tied. I think it's tied also to like, I really like how like, for example, Astro and all the bots are designed, but someone did bring up like it's a pretty generic design. It looks like, in fact, they even there's someone I follow on Twitter and they posted like the picture of like a back of like an ad for something, and it looked like it had an Astrobot on it, but it wasn't an Astrobot. But I do agree. I don't know I do not know how they get themselves out of it because that is kind of what Astro has always been. Except, ironically enough, the very first VR game, like I think, is the least like we're celebrating PlayStation. Um, it would be cool if they could expand that. And again, like a lot of like not all of the characters are like PlayStation only characters at this point. Like Crash is known for PlayStation, but
Yeah, they had
he's
Lara
not,
Croft. There were third
They had
party
Fall
people.
Guys.
Yeah.
Not
So
shockingly because it's Square, but also still surprisingly, like how do you not have how do you not have a little cloud bot? But
yeah, I don't know how, like I don't know why
because
Square, yeah,
they're so historically stingy. I think it took Nintendo, like I think Nintendo tried to get Cloud for
Cloud
like
and
several games,
yeah, sure.
and like I think Sora was a nightmare as well to get. Like those characters, I will be shocked if we
But there
even
were
see them again in
other, well,
Smash.
maybe it's maybe it's just Final Fantasy that they're particular about. But
Yeah,
there are other Square characters, I'm pretty sure, in
but they were
the
like, hey, we're
roster.
giving you those guys.
Yeah, we'll give you NB or whatever the fucking Near Automata.
You want Cloud? That's gonna
That's gonna cost you.
Yeah, this is gonna
It's gonna
cost you.
cost you.
It's
It's gonna
gonna
cost
cost
you
you a little
some
money.
change.
Now,
Yeah.
now that I say Smash, this was the
Mm,
other mind I was with it. This is in a functionally kind of their Smash Brothers celebration of the history of PlayStation. Like the
right.
gacha is straight up like the way you would get trophies in what was it, Melee Tuna, or was it
hmm
like you collect the coins. There's an end credits in this that's playable where you can collect coins and stuff. The
Yep.
same thing that's in like so there was part of it where I'm like, I kind of wish Astrobot could be elevated to its own full franchise that doesn't just have to be PlayStation characters so that they can make because I think the game actually lacked like I think maybe they needed a couple more enemy types. But I don't know. Like that's where I was like, on one hand, they made this really amazing thing, and then on the other hand, I'm like, you also could elevate it into this other thing. Like they're so close to being a Mario game that you could make this into like you could add like a couple more mechanics to the platforming
Yeah.
and add
Agreed.
some more characters and stuff like enemies and abilities. And now you have a much stronger platforming title that really does like rival Marvel
Marvel
Mario.
Rivals. Just like Marvel Rivals. Yeah, no, I agree. Like now that you're thinking, like, because I was playing it and I was like, well, I was thinking, I was like, these boss fights are really good. Like I do think that again, the Mario games they have more, but I remember all of the bosses in this versus a Mario game where I think Mario can be touch and go with that kind of stuff. But like them just being like, yeah, the narrative of why they are what they are, like if they could tie that in, like because Mario is like, yeah, the suite of characters, like
Yeah,
He has Bowser, he has Peach, he has his brother.
yeah,
It would be really sick if they introduced like couch co-op in the next one, and that was like
absolutely.
Bastra or whatever. I don't know, but yeah,
And they don't have to abandon whole hog the PlayStation stuff, but I think like don't make me build the PlayStation 6 with the next one. Like don't do
I
that because
agree.
by the way, like Mario's in all of these like very Nintendo like corporate games that they have, but then he still goes and has his own Mario game. So I feel like they can still have both. They can still
Yeah.
have their PlayStation like celebration game, but I think they should also like go for it. Fucking go for it. Try and make a really like more complicated platformer game with this because I want to play that because it's
I mean,
otherwise game is
yeah,
amazing.
I think they will. I think that it's been such a weird road for this team to get to this game, considering this is the one that's called Astrobot, but it's the third game because they had
Sure.
the VR title and then they
Yeah.
had the pack in, and like now it's like,
Right.
okay, you get to make a full game. I wonder if there was a idea of like, let's just play it safe. We'll make a fucking amazing game, and like we'll have it be this like celebration of PlayStation. Now they probably have the confidence. I mean, who knows? But I would feel like it's been so well received. It's done well for PlayStation. It gives PlayStation a family friendly title.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
and it is a showcase of the hardware. Like all of the time something would explode and there was like a million like little balls or
Dude.
chestnuts or whatever. I was like, how the fuck is this?
Yes.
This is insane
Mark
to look
Cerny
at.
was just like cackling to
Yeah, he
himself
was
when
like
he played this game.
Yeah, he's like, you outnecked. You
That's exactly what I was thinking. Was there no knack bot? I don't think there was a
I
knack
guess
bot.
no, there
I
wouldn't
don't
have
think
been.
so,
Even
Man.
PlayStation, even Mark Cerny doesn't give a fuck about knack.
The
But
Astrobot
that
team was like,
stuff,
who?
and then there was like little things. Like I remember in the very first level when you're a balloon and you go up onto this like hot air balloon, and the way that the like inflatable like the balloon would like deform based on where you were standing and interacting and
Oh
like
yeah.
so many little details like that.
Yeah.
And actually, Chris, the biggest
That
pop for me,
that blew me away. The deformation, 100%.
the biggest pop for me, other than like the cool levels, was when you became tiny,
Oh
and
man.
it was so I was the
Oh,
same of like, yes, this is so good. I
yes.
wish they'd honestly had more of those levels too.
Yes.
Um,
Oh yeah, we only really
yeah,
got that.
it was really only in that
Once.
world,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Whereas
Fuck.
some of the others crossed
Fuck.
over, yeah.
Yeah, we
So
got duplicates of pretty much every power but that one. And I think the tambourines only you use once as well. So I think there's only 2 powers that get used once, and everything else you use multiple
you
times
cycle
eventually.
through.
Yeah.
But and then the other thing is this is a game, unlike, it's going to have continuous content added to it. So like it's not like,
Oh, is that true?
I mean, they've said as much. I mean, we know that like we're getting more speed runs, we're getting more bots.
Oh, okay. That's great.
Yeah.
I'm all for that.
They're almost treating the bots almost like Smash character reveals in like state
That's
of
great.
plays. They bring them on and be like, hey, we're adding these 10 bots. So it's a game that they can continue to sell, and it probably doesn't take a lot to make more content for it. And probably when
Well, those levels like are so detailed, the textures, I mean,
yeah, no, for sure. But in terms of like, they can just say like, hey, we're adding a bot pack.
sure.
We got the
Sure.
Final Fantasy license, and we're adding a Final Fantasy VII bot pack. They can do small things like that. So it's a game that they can also continue to sell. So you got to think that team probably has a blank check for whatever's next, or at least I'd hope, and which is crazy to think about because PlayStation Japan basically shut down and they kept Team Asobi. It was the only thing.
Which also the words you just said are nuts.
What?
The PlayStation Japan has basically shut down.
It is Team Asobi was it. They don't do any development in Japan
That's
anymore,
so crazy.
except for that. And thank God they kept Team Asobi around, because you can see a reality in which they dropped them. And now it's like the savior of PlayStation. Hopefully I agree. I do agree with everything. And like, now that I think about it, it was so good. It was just so good.
I would say, other than like the God of War levels, when you went tiny, that was one of the absolute like favorite things that I did in that game. But you know which one else? It was like and I'm curious, Alex, if you have a different favorite, like what your other favorites might be that haven't been said. But for me, the casino level, when you
the casino level
freeze time.
Yep.
Dude, the time freezing mechanic was definitely like, I think that there's something that you do like that in It Takes Two, Alex. I can't remember which stage, but I think there is a slowdown time moment where we're platforming on shit that was being fired at us. I think it was like the crows or whatever.
Yeah, it definitely sounds familiar.
But I was like, man, you feel like a superhero when you're doing that shit. Like you have these, you have like knives being flung at you and stuff, and you freeze time, and then you're platforming on the knives. Like,
you've hit all like to hit a button, slow down time, and jump. I mean, this game's great.
It's amazing.
It is easy, but it is great.
Yeah, I didn't care that it was really enjoyable to just plow through this game.
Yes.
It made me feel like I was incredible at video games when I played this game. There are these levels that will pop up in 4 of the 5 worlds. I think it starts in the second one, and each one will have 4 of them, and they are like the square button, the circle button,
Right.
and there are these mini challenge levels that there's no checkpoints, so you can't die, and you just have to like get through it. And I'd say that like 2 of every 4 of those like were actually difficult. Like half of them I would get through in 1-2 tries, but the other couple I was like, oh fuck, I'm on this one for like 15 minutes at least before I got through it. And those I loved. And if they had given me
Stop.
even twice as many of those or made all 4 of those hard, I would have been like, all right, they gave me enough challenge in this game that I wouldn't have even probably brought it up. Like they came very close, which is why I'm just like, oh, this isn't a Plucky Squire situation of like they didn't go far enough.
No, I agree.
But it is a situation of
Yeah.
like this could have been considered like a historic video game if they had gone a little bit farther.
Yeah.
The other thing I think with the challenge levels is I think that they weren't necessarily as challenging. Like they probably, if there'd been more consistent challenge in the main game, those probably wouldn't have felt as challenging.
Yes.
It was more like I had to go from like chilling to like actually like being precise and paying attention with like my jumps and timing and things like that. Like once I like locked in, it was pretty much good to go.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a lot of it that was like, it wasn't so much that like I was messing up over and over as it was like, all right, I got through this part, and then you don't know what's about to happen next. So then you're just gonna die because you didn't know this thing. And so then, okay, so now you know, and then you get past that, and then you get to the third section. Oh, didn't know what's gonna happen. So it's like this one's in 5 sections. It's probably gonna take you 6 attempts at least because you're gonna die every time you get to the new section because you're likely unprepared for it. Like they do love to throw little surprises at you in those, but they're great. The end credits. The credits, I would say maybe my favorite playable credits in a video game.
Yeah. It's a lot. I mean, look,
I'm trying to think.
You know what's interesting too? If they I love the way that they put enough coins to buy stuff in the game that if you like by the time you were done, you did have enough. Like I had enough, which was
I didn't. I needed a little bit more.
Ooh.
I needed like 1800, which it's not a game that seemed like it was kind of annoying to go back and get more. However, after like looking online, because I was like trying to get coins and it was annoying to get coins.
Yeah.
Just play the credits. You get almost 1,000 coins every time you play. You can replay the credits whenever you want.
Oh, there you go.
So if you get to the end of this game, you're trying to get enough coins, just go play the credits twice. You'll have enough coins.
Boom.
Yeah, I was a little shy on them.
Okay. All right. I thought the coin economy was good.
How often were you guys going back to the hub? Because I wouldn't go to the hub. I would
go all the time.
See, this is maybe what fucked me. Is I didn't go to the hub the first time until I basically would go to the hub every time I finished. I would let the game bring me back to the hub.
Yeah.
So I would finish the universe that I was like sent to, the galaxy, and then I would go back to the hub. So when I finished that first galaxy, I was like, oh, it turns out I'm going to need these coins. And I didn't realize what the fuck the coins were going to be used on for so long into the game that I wasn't prioritizing them early enough in the game. So that's probably why I didn't have enough coins.
Yeah, and basically anytime I would go back to the hub, I would do everything that I could until I hit a block and had to either get more bots or ran out of coins or, what have you.
Yeah. I was just like a junkie. I was just like, I just level to level.
Hit, right.
Yeah. Yep. I don't have anything else to say. I look forward to doing one of the challenges. I look forward to speed running. It's Astrobot.
There you go.
Well, let's move on from there. Tuna, what's been going on?
Nothing, man. I've been playing the Pokemon trading card game Pocket Edition. I have over 200 cards in my deck. Decks. I'm just missing like a bunch of EX cards.
And you still haven't spent any money.
What, like real money?
Yeah.
No, I'm not spending.
And you haven't signed up for the premium? The fake
I did sign up for the premium
yesterday.
yesterday.
No, okay. Spend some money.
Yesterday. No,
I gotta make sure I don't.
No,
there's
get
the premium.
Right, it's a free trial. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I gotta make sure I cancel it before
I got
get
50
charged.
versus. I got 50 versus wins. So I got that nice little emblem that's like the crown achievement. I got a great deck. I mean, I gotta tell you.
What are you playing with?
Pikachu EX, Zapdos EX, and just a bunch of electric cards. Look, it works. I would say this deck works 75% of the time. And if I get Pikachu EX on my first draw, it's pretty much game over.
Wow.
Like if it's my initial hand, you're out.
Okay.
You're done.
Well, I have both of those, so I could probably make this deck.
You can. It's an amazing deck. It's an incredible deck.
Did you build this one yourself, or is it one you found?
I built half of like I had the idea, but then
I had a
I
concept of the
Googled,
deck.
I had the concept of the deck and I made it kinda, right?
Uh-huh.
And then I looked up like and I didn't realize how fucking good, like I'm an idiot. So I
Yeah.
didn't realize how good X that card is that like makes you retreat
Oh, the
one
retreat,
less.
yeah.
So like I didn't have those in my deck because I was like, oh, what do I need this for? This, and then I Google, and I'm like, oh right, you should put these in there, you fucking idiot. And then you should also put in the Pokeballs.
Oh,
To get the bait. Like if you don't grab Pikachu on your first, if you get the Pokeball card, you can pull him because he's the bait. I mean, if I don't pull him within 2 turns, it's over. It's over for me.
yeah.
I have to get him out. If I don't get him out, you're gonna beat me.
Okay.
But if he's out, and the other deck I have is a Mewtwo deck. Again, if I can't get that going,
the Mewtwo deck is like the
Well, what do you have in
meta
your Mewtwo deck?
huh?
What do you have in your Mewtwo deck?
Gardevoir
Yeah.
get the what is it? The gems.
Yeah.
Psychic gems on him. But again, the same kind of thing where if it doesn't work out, then again I'm dead.
No, so do you have Hypno in your deck?
Hypno in my deck.
Because I
Hypno
run
in
my
my
Mewtwo deck with
Hypno in my
2
deck.
Drowsy and Hypnos because Hypno can send your enemy Pokemon to sleep. So the odds,
Yeah.
so if I don't get Mewtwo or Gardevoir, I definitely have Hypno. So when I run
Right.
that deck, I can just, sometimes I have both Hypnos on my field. So it's a coin flip. It's a 50% each time that I
Right.
put their Pokemon to sleep. So even if I
Yeah.
don't have my Mewtwo EX out, I can pretty much always last long enough till I can get the Mewtwo EX because they just can't attack me.
Right.
So
Right.
I would suggest going into that. If you don't have Hypno in there, pop out whatever you got. That's not the Gardevoir Mewtwo. Pop out your other psychics, put in the Drowsy Hypno because that has completely changed.
Right.
For me. But I got to try this Zapdos Pikachu you're talking about because I've not run that Electric.
Zapdos is the backup. Pikachu's
Okay. Okay.
He's just the backup. Pikachu is your boy. You'll win in like by turn. If it works out perfect,
Yeah.
I win by turn 6.
Yeah.
Like they can't, and I usually get a lot of concede.
Yeah.
Do
Do you have 2
they already know
Mewtwo
it's coming.
EXs?
No,
I have 2
No.
now.
I do not. Not
So that also helps with mine. So I just
Yeah.
opened a deck, so we're talking about it. I
Oh,
learned
okay.
this from the Discord
Learned what?
today that you can
Yeah.
take your pack and
Mhm.
tilt it to the side to see if you're gonna have good cards before you can preview the side. I've got 2, looks like 2
Very
hollows
cool.
in here. So let's see. And the first one is
Whoa!
not have the
Oh,
Sabrina.
very nice.
Sabrina.
I did not have the I guess that's 2-star Sabrina. I did not have that version.
Sabrina.
And the next one, I got the Lapras.
Nice.
1 star,
Very
but I already
nice.
have that one. Do you have all 3-star, the 3 animated cards? There's 3 animated cards. There's the 3-star Mewtwo, 3-star Charizard, 3-star Pikachu.
That's a negative there, Ghost Rider.
Which
I
ones do you have?
have just
I think I just have the Mewtwo.
Charizard.
Oh, you don't have the Charizard, Alex?
I don't think so.
Oh, the
I think I
Charizard
just- I
has
think I just have
the
the
best
Mewtwo one.
art of them.
Yeah, the
Mm.
Charizard.
It is
really
really-
Charizard.
And I don't say that lightly as a Blastoise boy, you know?
Right.
But when they do the
Because
zoom in,
boy.
Yeah.
it's a battle of epic proportions taking place in that artwork. And
It is
Charizard,
really sick.
honestly, I think Charizard maybe never looked cooler than that artwork, Tom.
He's in a pose that is not, it just, you don't see him pulling this off, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like you don't like this like attack.
Mhm.
It's so
It's
sick.
fucking sick. But there is a level above that, and that's the gold crown. So
Right.
there's a gold crown for all 3 of those as well. I don't have those yet. However, so I
Are
want
they
them because of the
different, or
rarity.
is it just
It's just the
saying
highest
that it's
rarity, yeah.
rare?
Yeah, it's just rare, and the whole card is gold. The thing about it for me is
okay.
I think they're really ugly. I think the gold artwork is really ugly, but I do want it just because why not? Those and the Gengar, the 2-star Gengar, like the full art, are like primarily what I want left. But I
These
don't have
motion art
200
ones are
yet.
off the chain. I'm
They're
at
so sick.
198.
Oh, I
I'm at
should
The
see.
what?
198.
What's off the chain?
The animations for
Oh,
the
yeah.
animated
This
cards.
is what's
Yeah.
so interesting is some other people in the chat, Alex, like they don't have a lot of the rare cards and they have unlocked more than I have. So I have 186 unlocked, but I've somehow
Yeah.
gotten like
yeah, it
the
is
more.
wild. So like I don't have
Yeah.
God of War. I don't have like I'm missing like but I also have a bunch that I'm sure
Yeah.
you guys don't have too. Like it's
I
Sure.
wish I
I
could
can't wait for
see
trading.
I wish I could see, maybe you guys know, maybe this is in the game, but how do I know which cards from which packs I'm missing? Because
You have to click each.
No, so I don't
No?
think you can actually know that, but it will say like the offering rates. But yeah, I don't know if it tells you based on the 3 packs.
I would like to
No,
know
it
which
tells
pack I should be
you
paying more attention to at this point.
if you go into the deck, your cards, right? And then you hit
Okay.
that like slider on the
Yeah.
side, and then you click a number that you don't have. It'll tell you what it is, and it'll tell you what pack it comes from.
Oh,
But
it does say.
so I
Yeah.
have to click on each one of these.
That's what I said. It's annoying. So you can
Ugh.
click on a number you don't have, scroll down, and you'll see what pack it comes from.
Yeah, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
They
LOL.
that kind of sucks.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, at least there's something.
Mm-hmm.
Because I really don't know. I don't know which packs I should be opening. I know the one that I probably shouldn't open
go
is
in order.
Pikachu. Because I opened Pikachu almost exclusively for a very long time until I got that Blastoise. And then I started going into the other packs. Which, by the way, I never even got the Blastoise from that. I got the Blastoise from a Wonder Pick, which I also was like mainlining. I was like, anytime there was a Blastoise, I was always going for that on my Wonder Picks. I think it took like 3 different attempts finally to get it on a Wonder Pick. Cool game.
Yeah,
I do wish the battles were a little faster, but otherwise, cool game.
Mm-hmm.
What else going on?
That's all I got.
What's been going on?
That's it. Nothing happened in your life. You didn't watch anything.
No.
You didn't eat
Didn't
any
watch
food
anything.
all week.
Oh, well, I mean, I've been reading Meditations by Marcus Aurelius.
Still,
Can't see it. Still, yeah, I'm about halfway through. It's pretty insightful on a lot of stuff. Yeah. Well, I told you guys I deleted social media, so I haven't been on Reddit. I haven't really been on Instagram. I haven't done any of that. I watched Princess Mononoke. I don't know. Just been
great.
Yeah.
Great.
That's all I got. Yeah, sorry.
Tommy.
Over the weekend, Brooke and I went to Salem, and it was it was a quick trip, but it was a really good one. It was definitely needed, and we were staying in a town called Beverly, which, if Salem is the cute little town outside Boston, Beverly is the cute little town outside Salem. Like, it's a tiny little suburban neighborhood. But it was really nice. We really enjoyed it. We saw good old friends. And we were not there for very long. We tried some cider. We rewatched The Substance with
it is going to be the menu of 2024.
Okay.
You know what?
Do we want to talk about this movie? I fucking hated this movie.
So it is, Tom. It's the menu of 2024.
I fucking hated this movie.
Why did you hate it?
I thought it was
this would be the result. I had a feeling this would be the result.
I just thought it was so fucking stupid and like nonsensical and just like.
Is it up its own ass, Alex?
It's up its own ass. It really is. It really is. And I was just like, there's so many things with this. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, I get like the whole process of what happens doesn't make sense, but the concept doesn't make any fucking sense either. Like,
what do you mean?
Just like, why? Like, what's the point? What like you don't? Why would you want to switch with someone else? Like, I thought maybe the consciousness would be switching as well, so you would be experiencing life in a younger body. You're not.
You are. She is. No, you're not understanding
the
Tuna. You're not understanding the point of the movie. Literally, in the beginning of the movie, he goes, "You are one." They go to the camera. They are the same person.
Though. No, they are the
Tuna.
same person. No, they're not consciously the same person.
Yes, they are. The whole point of the fucking movie is that they're the same person.
They're not the same person.
Tuna, they
They're
are the
not.
same person. It's the point of the film that she is making the decisions. It is the same person. She has the memories
Then
of
I'll
when
tell
she's
you.
old.
Yeah, but no, but then why would you? It doesn't make any sense. Then why wouldn't you just let your old self just fucking die?
Because you need to switch to sustain the young self. Did you not fucking watch this movie?
I did. Yeah, but she
There, there
switches,
is
but who cares?
there is no subtext in this movie.
Yeah,
It
but
is the most on the
I
nose
don't think
thing you've
she's
ever seen.
consciously in there.
She is. She's sharing it. The movie in the beginning goes, so everyone understands they're the same person.
Yeah, but
You
why
are
then?
one.
But why then does the old one call the place and go, the young one is not
Because
switching?
she's fucking lost it.
No. See that
Because
that
she
I don't
doesn't.
believe.
Because
No.
she
Nope.
and the cool place calls her up and says, "You're
I
the
know
same
that
person. You
I
are making these
understand.
decisions."
Yeah, but it's not. But it's not. It's just not. It's not.
It is.
It isn't.
It
It
is.
isn't.
The whole
It isn't.
idea is the moment. The whole point is that the moment she switches her body, she has those memories, but because she is in a different body, her personality is different and her feelings toward the other are different.
No.
Tuna,
No,
you
then
didn't.
she's not the same person. Then
has-
she's not the same person.
She is. It's the consciousness is transferring.
It's not
The
transferring. The
consciousness.
consciousness is not transferring.
Google
Then
it right now. Google it right now. Google it
but
right now.
But then it wasn't written well, and it's not a good fucking movie.
It's very explicit.
But it's
It
not
says
done.
In the
No.
beginning, it's like fucking Christian
I
Shepherd at
got
the
it.
end of
I
Lost
got
looking at the
that that's the
camera
message.
saying they weren't dead the whole time.
I got that that's the message. That's what they were trying to tell you. That
No,
the
you
consciousness is the same, and that they're just going back and
No,
forth in
you
the consciousness.
you didn't get it. You just
No,
said
I
you
got
didn't
it.
get it. No,
I
you just
I
said
get that. No,
What
I
the
get
fuck
that.
you do?
But it's
Stop
just
trying
not.
to gaslight me right now.
I'm not gaslighting you. It's just not. It's not conveyed very well, and it's not written well at all. It's
Oh my
not. It's not done
God.
well. It's not done well.
It's
It's
so
not done
funny
well.
that
Tom, this
It's
has gone.
stupid.
This conversation has
It's
gone
stupid.
exactly how I thought it was
It's
going
a
to go.
stupid movie. It's a really stupid movie, and hits you over the head with the bullshit. It's stupid. It's a
the
really
menu
dumb
2024, baby.
dude,
I knew it.
You know what's so funny is like I don't even think like
No, but I loved the menu.
It-
I thought the menu was great. I thought the menu was fantastic.
I eventually came around on the menu. But dude, like I don't like clearly you just didn't.
No,
like,
I
for
again,
a movie
I
that is
get
pretty
that that's what I get that that's what they're trying to do. That you are one. I get the whole packaging, the way that you open it, and the way that you transfer blood, and the way that it says, but it's. I understand that they are sharing the same consciousness, but it's just not like it just doesn't make any fucking sense. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. It's so bad.
But it only made sense. It only didn't make
So
sense because you
stupid.
didn't understand what was going on.
No, I did understand what was going on. I just didn't think it made any sense that that she would be calling and saying that the other one is trying to. You are the other one. That's why I kept saying you are the other one. So what the fuck? Fact.
Never mind. You know what? I'm just not gonna.
It's terrible.
Anyway, enjoyed it thoroughly. Second
Horrible
rewatch.
movie. Horrible.
You know what's really funny is like going into it, I thought like, oh, she's just going to transform. But when they like show what the transformation is and like how it like the logistics of how it all works,
Honestly, Tom, I think after you watch that, you can totally get through Terrifier because the body horror in this movie is pretty much just as gross as anything that's in Terrifier. You should watch. Like Tom, I'm dead serious.
No,
if you had no problem with the substance, you should just watch the Terrifier movies now.
I will.
Because that movie, was
I
grotesque at times. The substance.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
I would like to explain something to Alex that happens in this movie without you two going back and forth at it for one moment.
Sure.
So while Tom is correct that they're the same person, it's slightly more complicated than he's leading on when he's talking about it being the same consciousness.
And that's why it's stupid.
Because when you do like the food thing, right? Like the consciousness transfer. So like all the experiences the other person just had, that person, like but when they are themselves, they think of the other person as different. That's
correct.
That's where the split
and that's
happens.
dumb. And that is
Right.
stupid. Why
Right.
would
Well,
you
that's
ever
why you
do
never should have
this?
taken the substance.
Right, but it's a dumb project. Who the
Yeah.
fuck? It's a dumb thing. It's just a dumb fucking thing. It's
Yeah.
a dumb concept.
I'll tell you what I
too.
thought was. Here's
It's
what
a
I thought was, and I
dumb-ass
actually I
concept.
enjoyed watching the movie, but
It's more like she's like getting drunk, right? And is like not like she's the yeah, she's the same person, but no.
Tuna.
No, they wanted to have two distinct actors in this, so they didn't, and they made it this way. Oh, look, it's not a good movie. Okay, it's not a good movie.
it's about to win. It's about to win Oscars.
It is probably going to win a whole bunch of awards, but
Demi Moore for sure is getting nominated.
oh yeah, but it is horrible. It is a horrible movie, and I'm getting really close so you can see my mouth while I fucking talk. Is that's what they love.
But what
to show
was
in
the
this
point you were
fucking
going to
movie.
make? You
I
said
don't
you
remember.
That
had
beard's looking scruffy.
I don't remember. My consciousness is somewhere else. I
maybe it is
can't
because
remember.
Yeah, you got to go
Can't
feed it to
remember.
your
You didn't
younger self.
I
understand.
can't remember. Can't remember.
You didn't
Oh,
It's a
understand
dumb
it
fucking
at
movie.
all.
I did understand
you know
it.
what? I regret.
See,
I
now
regret
you're trying
bringing
to
up.
gaslight me into thinking I didn't understand it because
You
this
didn't.
big message.
You said I don't know why they do it because she doesn't remember. Like
I didn't say she didn't remember. I
you
didn't say
did.
that.
You did.
didn't-
Roll the
I did
fucking
not.
tape.
did
You said,
not.
but they're two. Like she's just.
I
You
said they're
thought it was a
they're
severance
two people.
situation.
They are in two separate situations because by the time they get
It's
back,
not a severance thing.
it
Where
is
he
though.
goes to work and he doesn't remember. She doesn't enjoy it once she's in the older body because she's in the older body, and she only
Yeah,
enjoys
she
it when
does
she's in the younger
remember the
body.
stuff the younger person.
She doesn't
Because
remember
that's why.
everything.
No, she does.
Yes,
That's
she
why.
does.
That's
Oh
so.
my
That's why they
God.
do. So, Alex, whenever they do the switch over, right?
Yeah.
There's like a transference of fluid, and they do the flashes of memories that just took place, and that's telling you that she just ingested those memories. And that's why, like, when the younger self wakes up and she sees the food and stuff, and she had the nightmare of like the finger coming out of her stomach and shit, it's because she just experienced like the fucked up finger that she gave her older self. And so it's just it's yes and no. It's not severance because it's not physically the same body going back and forth, and it's not severance because they don't actually experience but it's a weird combination of both things.
It's a dumb combo then. It's a dumb like
I'm weirdly in
shared
between the two of you
consciousness.
because I thoroughly enjoyed it while
it's
I
a
watched it, but the
weird
more I
shared
think about it,
Give
the
me a
more I
break.
dislike the movie. So I'm kind of in between the two of you. But
Why
I have a
would you
feeling
do
I'm going to
stuff as
menu
your
this and I'm
old
going to
self
watch
to
it a
fuck
lot
over
more.
your young? It just doesn't. It's just dumb.
Well, but yeah, but
Tuna,
Alex,
it's
why would
about
you?
self-hatred? Like it's about
I got the
It's
message.
about all
I
these
got the
actresses that are
message.
like destroying their bodies.
I know.
And it's about like Demi Moore, as even historically, like she was like, I got all of my like
Yeah.
the shit that I put
I just want to know, when did this take place? Because like they have the technology of today, but the style and the misogyny of like 1970.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things like that. Like obviously, like the aesthetic. I think it's meant to be like it gave me big like It Follows vibes, where it's like let's just like have this really creepy concept and run with it. But also like It Follows has this aesthetic where it's like it feels modern, but it feels antiquated, and like the technology isn't like from this world. Yeah. And then
Substance is not a movie for everyone.
It's
no, 100%, 100%.
I knew Alex would not like this movie.
What's funny is that if Tuna didn't like it for what I would consider legitimate reasons, but what he said was, I didn't like it because I didn't understand it. And now
I didn't say I didn't understand it.
You did. Well, no,
I
you
get
didn't.
It now.
But you did. I inferred that from the fact that you were telling me things that meant you didn't
whether
understand.
they're the same person doing this like weird transference of consciousness and like hating each other and calling and ratting out the other one for doing things that they did, stupid. Or if it was my idea, which is that they're not sharing consciousness, another thing, stupid. Just the whole thing is stupid.
If you were just existing as the old person, but that's not what's going on. The whole thing with the ratting out, it is meant to be like when you go out and you get drunk and you're like, oh fuck, like last night me, like fuck that person. Like that's the whole point. It removed all of the subtext of that experience of self. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, future me can get screwed. Like, anyway.
I felt really bad for the old woman the whole time.
I didn't feel bad for anyone. I just thought she got what she deserved. Idiot.
I thought the ending was wild, though.
How they're existing.
No,
well, anyway.
It just turns into fucking.
Oh, that.
Yeah, the actual ending.
Right.
I thought was nuts. Yeah. So would you take the substance?
No, absolutely not.
No one would. No one
No,
would.
no one would. No one would.
No
And I
one
agree
would.
with that sentiment that in this reality,
I
but
disagree.
No
yeah, I
one
mean,
would.
not
Okay,
no
one
Alex,
one.
hold on,
would.
hold on. You're quadriplegic.
Yeah.
You take the substance?
Yeah. I'm still quadriplegic.
No, because it's from like an
Why?
accident. The healed version of you doesn't have those issues.
Yeah.
So
No.
you're 60, you're quadriplegic, you're stuck sitting in a chair anyway, right?
This is life now.
You can be in your chair
Yeah. Yeah.
every week, and you can be out of your chair every other week. Like, I think there
Yeah.
are people that would take the substance.
I like that idea of like
You know?
Tuna needs. Oh, we got to go out one day with the kid. Take the substance. You'll find me in my chair.
Dumb
Oh
movie.
man, I mean, look, I wouldn't. I certainly wouldn't do it once I learned that like you birthed the other one. You know,
Yeah,
like
that's
if
some
it was
wild
just
shit.
like that was crazy. Okay,
Yeah, and then
so
you're just expected to sew your back right back up,
yeah,
no
right.
problem. Dumb movie.
Um,
Dumb movie.
yeah, I love the lack of instructions. Just like stick this, go here. Anyway, so yeah, so watch that again. In terms of gaming, been playing all the same stuff. But with Call of Duty, the new season dropped, the new Warzone map dropped. So I did check that out today. It's called Area 99. It's a resurgence map. It's not a
So sick of this fucking
full-fledged.
game.
It's actually really fun. You must have played a little bit of it because you've got a little ranking.
No, I don't think I
It,
played any of it. I mean, I just played regular Warzone.
oh, recently
Yeah.
with the boys. Yeah, it might have transferred or whatever. But
So you got
yeah,
rid of
so
that game. You got it back again?
I never heard of it.
Oh, okay.
gaslighting.
Terrible
It might have uninstalled like the problem that you had with fucking Master Chief.
Terrible video game.
Yeah. Or not
I
Master
don't
Chief, what was
understand
that?
it. He's in it. One match you're in one body, the next match you're in another. Their memories don't.
Dumb
Cross
fucking
out.
movie.
Um.
Dumb
So,
fucking. I
but
don't.
so the
I hate
new.
movies that are like too into them. It's just stupid.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't like these. You know what else I don't like about movies like that? I don't like
Here we
the
go.
isolated, like the very very isolated, microscopic world. Like you don't know where, like her building. Like there's no establishing shots. There's no, like
Yeah, it's like a bottle movie. I mean,
I
well, she's very
fucking hate
clearly
it.
in like LA, but
Yeah, very clearly. But it's just I hate it. Like I fucking hate it. I just stupid.
what
And
did your
also,
wife think?
what is it? She hated it. What was
Yeah.
the other? What was
Yeah,
the other
she definitely
guy?
did.
What is what? What's his name? Dennis Quaid? He can get fucked.
Well, Dennis Quaid sucks.
Yeah. Another fucking asshole.
I got a delivery this week. A game I've been waiting for a very, very long time. I haven't even played it yet, so I'll only talk about it very quickly. But I'm probably gonna play it this weekend, depending. I pre-ordered this game like I don't know, a year and a half, like 2 years ago maybe, and it just came. It just arrived today. I didn't even know it was coming. Tiny Laser Heist. I cannot wait to play this board game. Look at this game. It's this big like square cube, and you put all these trip wires up that are like lasers, and you have to use these little hand sticks, and you have to like steal jewels and money without tripping the laser wires.
That's pretty fun.
It's fucking sick. I cannot wait. I'll tell you about it next week after I finally get to play it. But I paid for this on Kickstarter. I think maybe at the end of 2021, or it was like early 2022. It just showed up now.
Those take a minute.
Jack
It looks
Quaid was
sick.
in. Jack Quaid was in the Hunger Games.
Yeah, he was the first one. He was
Holy shit! Oh my god, he's the guy.
Yeah.
No, he's not the main asshole.
No, he's not.
in
But
that
he's the other
squad.
guy.
Yeah, he's
the
the
other
other guy.
squad.
Yeah. Yeah,
shit.
crazy. So this new resurgence map, it's called Area 99. It is essentially meant to be where they make the nuke town, like where they manufacture nuke towns. So like there are like half-built nuke towns all around it, which is a really cool detail. I think
I didn't know nuke towns were manufactured. I thought there was a town called Nuketown.
No, it's like a nuclear test site.
Well, yeah, but I didn't know there were multiple.
Yeah, I think there's meant to be multiple because and like they take place at different times because like there's it's in the original, it's in Modern Warfare, like all this stuff. So I do think it's a fun little map. Um, what else? What else? Yeah, I mean I've just been chugging along with Dragon Age and yeah, playing some Fortnite. Yeah, I haven't
So
picked up Destiny in a minute, unfortunately, but
yeah, I mean, why would you? Um, game's run its course. Uh, so the walking pad I do upstairs, like for the TV, I moved that upstairs like a year ago because it's too hard to do while I was doing the podcast. But I recently got something because I do for my back, just like standing statically, like starts to bother my back. Same with sitting. So I got one of these balance boards. This thing is sick. I got this like a couple weeks ago. I'm able to be on this all day, and it's great for my back because like now I'm just like wobbling around over here the whole time while I'm working. Um, but I can do spins.
oh, that's what you've been.
Mm,
Yeah, it's great.
I was like, I don't think Chris is in a chair, but he's spinning.
Yeah, it's
mm.
awesome. I love this thing. Like it feels kind of like you're on like a skateboard.
Sure.
It's awesome. It makes me really want to go snowboarding or something like that. It's
Mm.
fun. I played The Rise of the Golden Idol.
Oh.
So the case of the
Oh,
Golden
that's out?
Idol. Yes, it's out. That's why I sent that message.
Oh, I thought it was coming out. Oh,
No,
cool.
it came
Okay.
out that day. I didn't realize it was coming out that day. So that's why I was like,
Oh,
ooh. So
okay.
the Case of the Golden Idol is a very good game. However, I think The Rise of the Golden Idol is a better game, and I think
Mm-hmm.
people will like it more. Tom, I don't even know if you should. I think you should just play this one. I think you should just jump
The
right
new
into
one?
this one.
Okay.
You can play the old one if you want first, but I think already the puzzles are better developed here.
Mm.
Um, Visually, it is very improved. I think the art style is way better here than the pixel art style that was in the previous game. And that helps a lot because there were times where clues were a little obfuscated because of the pixel artwork. Um, and I did find that a little bit difficult. And a really cool thing that I did with this game was I played through the first stage with Therese, and this is going to be a very good couple game, I
Oh,
think.
okay. Okay, cool.
You have
No,
all the clues up
that's
on screen, you look at the stuff, you're like, ooh, what do you think? Who did it?
okay. That is a big seller for me and Brooke to
Yes.
play.
And it's
So
on
I will
everything.
probably actually, yeah, I'll probably actually play this.
Yeah, it's on everything. You can get it on Switch. You can get it on Xbox. You can get. I didn't get it on Switch. I ended up actually getting it on Xbox. So I was like, we'll probably play it together. And I don't like using the Steam Deck dock because I find pairing controllers sometimes annoying with the Steam Deck.
Yeah.
So and I don't want to use the Switch because Teresa's always playing. I basically lost the Switch. It's become Teresa's Stardew Valley console. Um, so it's gonna make playing Zelda difficult because she doesn't always save, and then I can't like I'll open it up and her game's in the middle of the thing and she's working, so then I can't like
Mm.
I can't I don't like know how you do anything in that game, so I just have to leave it until she gets back to it.
Mm.
So yeah, I've that console has been lost to me, I think. But yeah,
You gotta get a new one.
it's awesome.
Did she just play
It's
handheld?
yeah, she just plays Stardew Valley handheld.
Uh, do you have is it an OLED?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say you just get her a Switch Lite.
Yeah, I thought about it, but it's like that's pretty, especially with like the Switch 2 coming out. It's like,
Sure. Yeah,
why
she can
spend
just
that
have
money
it.
now when I can get a tariffed Switch 2 for twice as much as it should be? You know, it'll be great in a year. Um, yeah, so I'm hoping to play Tiny Laser Heist this weekend. Therese got sick. She had a cough for like the last 10 days. I finally got her to go to the doctor. She has bronchitis. I've been feeling fine until like a day ago. And I'm like, boy, my lymph nodes are like
No, not
hurting.
the
And they're like
lymph
so
nodes.
swollen that like you
The
can actually
lymph
see it a little
nodes.
bit. Like it's still swollen enough that you can actually like see it sticking out of my neck. I don't have like the other symptoms necessarily. I just feel like tired and sick. So like at least I don't have like the cough and everything yet like that. But
Mm.
they did a test, so I'll find out if I have any viruses or anything. If I don't, and I just have a cold, they gave me steroids and stuff. Then I should be fine. But they think it's possible I have like strep. So I'm
Hmm.
hoping that if I have something, they give me antibiotics, then I'll be able to go do stuff because I won't be contagious. But otherwise, I'll be spending the weekend in like last weekend, and probably have to pick another video game. Oh, I'll finally get to that Alan Wake DLC.
I was actually going to bring it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. I
To
think
see
that's
if
what
you
I'll
had
do.
played it. It's quick. Like you could, if you
I did
put a
Astro,
day.
I did
Yeah.
18 hours or so Astrobot. But yeah. All right. Well, Tom, is there any let's do some of this. Is there any quick news?
Yeah.
And then we'll do a presentation and a challenge.
You gonna play a jingle?
Oh, it didn't. Oh, great. Great. I love not sharing the audio, and I think I am. That's that rules. Some of this. There you go.
All right. So before we get into new game news this week, for those who are in the Discord or want to join the Discord, which you should do, I put up a Google form. We are going to make some changes to the Discord to make it, I think, more user friendly. It hasn't had a refresh in a long time, and so I just want feedback from people on what they like and don't like about the Discord. I got some great notes, some surprising notes, honestly, about how people use the Discord. So I would like as much information as I can. So please go join the Discord if you haven't already. And if you've been in the Discord, let me know. Go check out. It's in the updates channel. You can find the Google form. Please go fill that out, and we'll probably make the changes toward the end of the year for next year. So that's fun. In terms of gaming news, we have Phil Spencer did some interviews and he revealed a couple of interesting tidbits. The biggest thing being that he says we are working on an Xbox handheld, just that it's years away from release, essentially. So it was interesting for him to just come out and say that after all of the kind of you know, smoke
My
and
hope for
mirrors
this
around
is
that.
new Xbox, one console, Xbox handheld. No more of this fucking Series S.
Yeah, like we have the
Bullshit.
Series S, but it is portable. It is
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Hopefully,
It'll play a lot of the games.
Sense. Yeah.
Not all of them.
Oof.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how that the problem with that is like the thing in place with like how they get rated and tested and like approved. So yeah, I mean, I would like that to be the case next gen. But yeah, I'm curious, like, is it really just gonna
Might just be a handheld PC, so you might also be able to run Steam games on it, as well as the Xbox store.
Right. Like, can you do that? Like, can you run the console? There's a lot of questions involved.
You run the PC version of Xbox titles.
Right, but can you, like, what if I've bought a game for Xbox? Like, can I play it on that still?
Well, can't you do that on PC if you buy a game for the console?
Yeah, but like if I buy Resident Evil, it's not on the Xbox. Like, it doesn't give me the PC version of that. It's only select titles and stuff. So yeah, I don't know how they'll
yeah, they really screwed the pooch.
But we shall see what pans out. Seems like they've confirmed that it's happening.
I have very little confidence with Microsoft, and the only two things I have going for me with them right now are the upcoming Indiana Jones game that looks fantastic, and that preview of Perfect Dark looked very interesting. But other than that, I have very little confidence in their ability to deliver fucking anything right now.
It's really funny. Like, I've been playing Dragon Age, and I saw a colleague, Geo. I saw Geo IRL the other day, and we were chatting.
Good young Italian boy.
He's a great little Italian lad. And I was like, "Oh, what you playing?" He's like, "I've been playing Veilguard. I've been playing Dragon Age." And we were chatting about it, and I said to him, I was like, "Yeah, I think it's a game that just, like, it's really competent. Like, it does. It's like it doesn't have anything terrible in it, but it doesn't have any 9 out of 10 moments, but it's just a bunch of like 7 and 8 out of 10 moments. And I was like, yeah, it didn't, it had so much expectation put on it. I said, still, League's better than fucking Starfield. Like, League's better than that fucking game. So yeah, no, I agree with you. I think that it's I have little confidence. I do have confidence, though, that Microsoft is still looking to fucking throw around some money. And Phil Spencer also confirmed as much, saying that like they're still not done with acquisitions. They're
Good.
still
You know
looking
what?
for more studios to
Burn
purchase.
all of these major studios to the ground, and they'll have to be a bunch of new IPs. There'll have to be a bunch of new IPs, a lot of new games to play, because all the old IPs will be owned by like 2 companies, and they're gonna make dog shit games, and then, the people who sold their companies will go and make new games, I guess, because it seems like where this is headed. Let's just fast forward on that. Let's just get to it, and let's get new games. Let's do it.
I agree.
All right. Anything else?
No, I think we are all good. Yeah.
All right, Tom. I think it's time for a presentation from you. What do you need? You need a couple minutes to get that ready?
I don't have it.
Cut the music. Cut it. Cut the music.
Yep, forgot about that. I gotta set up myself a reminder for that one.
Woo!
I do have a challenge video for you, though.
You know what, Alex? We did ask about that in the chat, and he just didn't reply.
I know.
Yeah.
I know, because he puts his notifications on silent. And
this what's funny is this presentation is from
months ago at this point.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah. You have to have it next week, because I have to do my presentation next week.
Because Chris thinks he's losing.
I've definitely lost.
All right, let's see.
The current scores, by the way, let's take a look here.
Mm-hmm.
I have 10. Alex has 7. Tom has 2, which, again, the scoring will be different when we do the first official real season. This is the inaugural season, the inaugural series, but then we're going to have a new format in the future where we'll score. You'll get more points for first, second, and third versus just 1 point. So, Alex, 3-point spread. Let's see if you catch up today.
I don't know. Tom seems pretty confident.
Can I briefly just say, Alex, of all of the games that are in that arcade, I think you picked the worst one.
Yeah, I agree.
And I'm going to tell you.
I agree with you.
Actually,
I agree with you.
You know why, and why is that? I want to know why you think that. So I wonder if it's the same complaint that I have.
I mean, unless I'm playing a different game than you, after each level, for some reason, the game decides to just shift the whole fucking.
That's definitely part of it. Yeah.
Right. And then like the wheel is an exact. I mean, it's not the best game.
Yeah, for me, it's the placement. For me, it's the fact that like you can't really play this well standing up. But when I sit
sitting
down,
yeah,
I'm also like not at the right height, and I can't like jump to where I want to be. But if I fly there, it's really hard to actually like. I could not. If you had just picked one of the 3 arcade cabinets where I could stand in front of it and like press the buttons, it would have been much better than this game.
Yeah.
And it made me really fucking annoyed.
This game.
It made me really annoyed to play this game.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Tuna's.
I like that you can't even see my car because of the way it cuts it off.
I kind of dig it.
Yeah, I'm liking it.
Yeah, the music's not actually that off, luckily.
No.
All right, we're still all in it. We're around the 150 mark, all of us.
Oh, I'm out.
Okay, so Chris lost. Tuna and I
never made it past level
just
6.
crossed 200.
Oh,
Tom won! Tom won! Holy shit!
Alex, I'll be honest. I assumed you played long enough to beat the
Fuck
high
that
score.
shit, dude.
No, dude, I played
Wow.
for 15. I played for when I texted you. Actually, okay, here's what happened. When you texted me us today, being like, "Oh, I got to get more runs in," I was like, "Shit, I didn't get any runs in at all." So
Wait, you had not done it?
I had not done it. I had not done it. So when I said, "Oh
Wow.
yeah, I'm jumping in to do some more rounds," that was me jumping in to
Doing
do
some rounds. Okay.
rounds. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
So congratulations, Thomas.
Had I been slightly more competent, Tuna would be doing a presentation. Tom, please gloat ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it was annoying to do. It was frustrating how much luck was involved because it was like, are you gonna get fucked at the end of each level? Because for those that didn't watch, like, essentially what we're doing, there's an 8-bit arcade car game in one of the levels in Walkabout, and you're controlling the steering wheel with one hand, and you're just like essentially you're not even grabbing it, which is the annoying thing. Like the precision of like of where my hand was and like the car. I actually went into the menu and tried the smoothing, which I thought would help.
Yeah,
because it makes it not as jittery, but you have to make big move. Like you can't. It doesn't let you be reactive enough, so that didn't work. And yeah, it was just like based on like when it changes levels, like the whole fucking course, like sometimes like shifts over and you just run into a wall or a car will. So I was like, this is all going to be based on luck. It's whoever gets the luckiest, really. And I wanted to hit 450. I told myself cross 450 and whatever the score is, that's when I'm going to end. But by the time I crossed 300, I was like, okay, whatever it is. Because I got to something very early on, and then I was just doing like in the hundreds for the most part, if not double digits. And then yeah, once I hit like 350, I was like, okay, done. I don't give fucking care.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I mean,
well,
you beat me by 200 points. What was the previous challenge that we did, Alex? Tom never sent us his video.
It was the
right.
the fucking nuts and bolts. Not nuts and bolts. Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Oh yeah.
Right. Do you remember what your score was in that, Tom?
No, I have no
Okay.
idea what my score was in that. Yeah.
Okay.
I definitely probably lost that one for sure.
Yes.
All
right.
Oh, so I have to pick a presentation for Chris.
Yes. And you also need to now announce what the next challenge is.
We're gonna do first speed run challenge, Astrobot.
Okay.
Hell yeah. So it's the first level. Which one, do you know what the name of that is? And how do I know which one the first one is?
I haven't attempted it yet. I haven't jumped into them.
Because they're not in order. They're just
gotcha.
There's just 5
They're
stages.
Floating. Right.
Yeah.
Let me see. Speed runs. It is building speed is what it's called.
Okay.
Yeah. Build-in speed.
Okay. Well, this will be our final challenge for this month. And when this one's done, Tom had the original idea of like for December, we should just do a bunch. So I think when we'll talk about it. We've 2 weeks to decide. But I think we should each pick. We either each pick one or we each pick two. And we have 3 weeks to do them into December. And that third week, we just back-to-back challenges to end the season. Because that's enough points for anyone but Tom to win. You know? Or we could even do enough for if Tom sweeps, Tom wins. We'll figure. Actually, Tom, if you can win Astrobot at that, you can win. So we'll figure it out. But I think we'll do just like a pack-in for December. And that'll close out the challenge year, which is pretty cool. I look forward to doing a presentation. I look forward to, I mean, honestly, I'm glad to see a Tom win. I'm glad to see a Tom win here. kind of wish I had done it more to force Alex to do another presentation. I assumed Alex saw that high score of 450 and said, well, at minimum, I have to beat that.
but I ran out of time.
That makes me even more annoyed that I really hated doing it. I really hated doing it.
Yeah, I didn't do it.
You know what I did try? My first idea was I'm going in the car, I'm going to attach it to the steering wheel, and then I realized you don't actually turn it, you just move left and right. So, yeah. I guess stay unranked.
Suck it.